really mean? Niggas tryna come for me and mine, and I'ma clear the scene. That when it breeze in the pores, decapitate the top. It's Qualito mode, yeah, this shit been activated now. You ain't activated, and I'm getting aggravated now. I had half the patience, now I ain't really having patience now. Anytime I'm feeling stressed, feel like I have to blaze the lie. I'm so legendary, at this point I have to chase the top. And I'm feeling like my destiny has always been prophesized. Any situation that I'm in, I'll always optimize. So that mean I gotta win, so that mean I gotta rise. Mean I gotta overcome, then that mean I gotta grind. I'm soaking in energy from every star inside the sky. Staring to my pupils, see the universe inside my eyes.
Hey everybody, I came through the cause. I want to tell you about this Houston funeral home, y'all. You know me, I be deep diving into stuff, going down rabbit holes whenever I'm looking at stories. Hey Gail, hey S Brian. Okay, so wait 1 second, I'm gonna share my screen. Hey Linda. And I'm never gonna get your name right either. Is it Aria? Aria? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. So let me share the screen, y'all, so y'all can see this here. I couldn't believe it. Like, and people were like, what's the big deal? They dead anyway. Let me tell you something. Everybody who worked there would have got a bop from me, yeah, it being my mama, okay? So let me go share my Insta. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Show y'all what's going on at this Houston funeral home.
Warriors services. Bro, they just got people in these caskets in this building being worked on. Doors wide open. If y'all got people, check on them. Door wide open, bro. They doing construction on this building. Warriors services. Bro, they just got people in these caskets in this building being worked on. Doors wide open. If y'all got people, check on them.
Mortuary after inspectors found that this is happening at the Richardson Mortuary on Brookfield Drive near Alameda Road. Maria Aguilera is live there. Maria, what can you tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you that the funeral with roof damage here. There was things just didn't seem right for her. So she kept coming here every day, and she finally went inside. She said the doors were unlocked, and
Hold on, y'all. My Wi-Fi over here going crazy. Hold on 1 second. But that video, I hope y'all saw the beginning of it. That was hey Brenda and Real. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I might have to go on my other computer and just come in the back if this one keep acting up. It's getting a little hot. So wait, let me drop the link. so I can come in on my other computer if I can. I tell you what, I'm just gonna end this live and start another one because this computer is frozen and it is burning up. Okay, I'm on my other computer, y'all. The other one over there is burning up hot. So forgive me for that. Let's go back to the video one more time. I hope this one don't go dead on y'all because I was charging it. Okay, so let me share the screen again. Going on down at the Houston Funeral Home.
People in these caskets in this building being worked on, doors wide open. If y'all got people, check on them. Door wide open, bro. They doing construction on this building. Warriors services, bro. They just got people in these caskets in this building being worked on, doors wide open. If y'all got people, check on them.
Transferring bodies from a mortuary after inspectors found troubling conditions inside. This is happening at the Richardson Mortuary on Brookfield Drive near Alameda Road. Maria Aguilera is live there. Maria, what can you tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you that these are very disturbing details that we're learning here today from family members and from loved ones who had their families here at this mortuary. Now, this actually started as an investigation of a stabbing. Now, here you could see police are active right now investigating. A woman tells us that her brother was stabbed here. She had been coming here for several days because her mother's funeral was going to be tomorrow. And she said she knew something was not right. There was roof damage here. There was things just didn't seem right for her. So she kept coming here every day. And she finally went inside. She said the doors were unlocked and she saw really something terrible. She saw several bodies and she took video of it. And she said that she ended up seeing her mother with insects on her. I mean, truly deplorable conditions here. And that is when she said that an employee here stabbed her brother. Police did say that they investigated a stabbing here at the scene. We did speak to the sister of the possible victim. And then we spoke with other people who said that they've had their loved ones here for months and they were supposed to be cremated and they still have not received their ashes. And after seeing the video, a lot of people started showing up here and they actually were able to identify their loved ones from that video. They said that they were about 18 bodies just stacked, some of them in caskets, some of them just covered in plastic. I mean, truly very graphic, very disturbing to find your loved one in this kind of condition. And what we do know is that this is being investigated, and according to the Texas Funeral Service Commission, they are going to be moving the bodies here to other funeral homes. This is being investigated, of course. We just got here. We do see some of the damage. There was damage from Hurricane Beryl, according to the Texas Funeral Service Commission. But of course, we arrived here at the scene not that long ago, and we have just been speaking with families and more families who are dealing with the same situation. So we will continue to stay here on the scene to gather more information and bring you more here a little bit later on the show.
So most blogs have been showing the entire video, but I refuse to put that on my blog because the first part of the video They just got dead bodies laying out on cots, uncovered, and you can look in the face and tell who they are. So most blogs is playing the whole video, but I trimmed that part out because I know if it was my mom or dad, I would not want the image of them deceased laying there bloated with insects flying all over them on the internet. I think that all blogs should have trimmed that part out before they posted it. But anyway, imagine going through the laws, you waiting on your loved one's remains, and then come to find out they just in that building rotting and not being taken care of. I find it so deplorable. They move all the bodies out to more different funeral homes and stuff like that. I don't know if let me check his page to see what they able to have her funeral today. Um Other people saw his video and realized that was their loved ones and went up there. Um Hold on, let me check his Facebook, because his mom funeral was supposed to be today. Um and he's confirmed to be the one that um the funeral home employee went after, y'all. So yeah. Hey Jennifer. Um yeah, y'all. I don't see anything on his Facebook. Hold on. Let me check whether they were able to have his mama's funeral. Because he was the one that got hurt. Now, why all of a sudden I can't find his page? And I've been snooping all weekend. But anyway, I don't know whether they was or wasn't able to have the funeral today. But I just thought that was wild. And then this is another story, y'all, that I thought was just crazy. This foster mom traded her foster child for a monkey.
In this building being worked on, doors wide.
Hold on, let me close out of this.
Authorities say a foster child in the care of Brenda Deutsch alleges the Winfield woman beat her with various objects and smacked her in the nose, which resulted in bleeding. Court documents also allege Deutsch sent the child to Texas to live with a friend in unsanitary living conditions and without adequate supervision.
We're still very early on in the investigation. It's a very large case that we're looking at.
Court documents show Deutsch lives in a remote area of Winfield on Rolfs Lane. Neighbors declined to comment. Prosecutors say it's possible Deutsch fostered more than 200 kids over more than a decade and expect more charges to be filed.
I think there's a lot of questions as how could this possibly happen? Was there a failure? And if there was some type of failure in the system, where was it and how can we fix it?
Court documents indicate the state received an anonymous call in November alleging the foster child was being abused. The Winfield School District reported excessive absences to the state. Authorities are also looking into an allegation that when the child was sent to Texas, Deutsch made an offer of letting her friend keep the child in exchange for a monkey.
We'll have to do some deeper dives into hopefully their communications to see if that trade was actually for consideration, if that was for the purposes of human trafficking. And we don't know that yet, but it is an allegation that's out there that we need to look into.
The prosecutor tells us there was another child in Deutsch's care at the time of her arrest. He says that's one reason why authorities acted now. He says they still want to hear from other victims, even if that abuse occurred more than 3 years ago. That's the statute of limitations for crimes like this that do not involve sexual abuse. Reporting from Troy, Jeff Bernthal, Fox 2 News.
So now a social worker found out that something was going on. The school resource officer had to reach out to somebody because the child was missing school. And they learned that the child was in Texas, y'all. And there's a rumor that the child was exchanged for a monkey. This woman done foster all kind of kids. I wonder how many of the kids under her care went missing. How many kids in her care went missing? If she was so easily able to send this child down to Texas from Missouri to live with somebody, and she wanted a monkey in return. Hey, Norris. Yeah. Hey, Marie. I was wondering how you followed up on this story. Because that funeral home ought to be shaming itself, baby. I saw that and I'd be in there fighting everybody. Just got bodies laying out in the open and people walking in there and oh, child. But what I'm saying is, with this foster mom, how many kids did she probably say went missing or ran away or they don't know where they at? How can a child, you send a foster child to go live with somebody else and social work don't know about it? They said several kids have gone missing in her care, but y'all gonna continue to put kids in that home? $200 kids over the last decade. Oh God. It just floors me. They got her in on a $250,000 cash only bond. That's the only good thing that I've heard from this story. And she needs to spend the rest of her life in jail because I guarantee you some of them kids was trafficked. And they don't know where some of these kids are. But yet they got a law right now trying to say that people can't get do what they got to do when they pregnant, not to have no baby because they ain't ready. So speaking of that, I wanted to share something with y'all. The house, while we were distracted with everything else that's going on, they passed the SAVE Act, y'all. So I'm gonna pull that up and show y'all what it is. It passed the House on April 10th. So the SAVE Act is an acronym for the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, and it was just passed by the House, y'all. So it would require people registering to vote or updating their voter registrations and show documentation in person, providing American citizenship. In this theory, this requirement sounds reasonable, but in reality, they may have become a big barrier for many Americans to vote. According to opponents of the bill, for example, potentially 69 million married women in America who have taken their spouse last name and don't have a birth certificate matching their legal name could face hurdles when registering to vote and updating their registration. Passing the SAVE Act will cause a chilling effect on the voter behavior, and a lot of voters who legally should have the right to vote, but who are going to be discouraged from for reasons that are no fault of their own. And it's crazy, y'all, because they're making us get those real IDs. So what's the purpose of you saying I need to bring in a passport and this right there if you need birth certificate and everything else to get your real ID? These people are just trying to disenfranchise women voters because they know behind minority voters, women voters decide elections. And this is what this is about. They want to make it crippling for women to vote. This is not about illegal immigrants. This is not about um the safeguard elections. It has nothing to do with that. They want to disenfranchise as many voters as they can. Call your Congress people. 4 Democratic Congress members also voted for this nonsense. So their lines need to be lit up too. Um because we were hoping a few Republicans was gonna come over and say, nah, this going too far. But 4 Democrats went over to the other side for something like this. Yeah, y'all. They trying to stay in office forever. They want to gerrymander it just right so they can stay in office forever, y'all. I think they should be in there voting on term limits for them because obviously they it's time for them to sit down. Hey girl, how you been doing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely a barrier for women. They trying to disenfranchise as many women as possible. Um, I thought I had my birth certificate, but I don't know what I did with it, and I wrote in to get another one, and it's been over a month and a half, and I still ain't got it yet. And that's where that they working on it. Um, I'm glad I was determined to keep my name. So my name, is hyphenated. So I'm hoping they won't mess with me. But I'm go ahead. I've been saying I'm get my passport again for about 2 years now. But that's my goal is to have my passport and my real ID because I don't want to act ugly nowhere. Cause I don't want to go to jail. Call everybody, all of them, all the whole Congress. Call them. Whoever represents your district, your state, call them because they think that we too distracted with everything that's going on with the stock market and stuff like that we ain't got time. Y'all need to call, blow their lines up. 22 business days. It's been a month and a half for me, and I still ain't got mine. I probably got mine here somewhere, but it's probably up. And so my, how you keep important papers and put them in like little totes and stuff like that. It may be up there. But I said I want to get me, 2 or 3 more copies of it. So I went ahead and ordered it. But yeah, y'all, they trying to sneak this one in on us. I know I got it somewhere. And yeah, me too. I got all my children's, honey, but I can't find mine nowhere. And all of them was in there together, but I don't know what I did with it. But I know I got it. I know I got it. I just can't find it. So wait a minute. Let me drop the link. If anybody want to come up and talk about the Save ad, you can. Yeah, they really snuck that one by because we were distracted with everything else going on. Planes and helicopters falling out the sky. And then this crazy stock market week. Like some people that I've talked to said they actually has to go back to work over just Trump playing around with the stock market those few days. Their retirement savings went down so much, so their payment went down. And some people having to pick up a part-time job all because somebody wanted to play and mash buttons and didn't know what kind of buttons they were pushing. You know, his millionaire and billionaire friends got extra money that they could go back in and reinvest in the stock market. Some people, all they had in there was their retirement. They don't have extra money to go back in the stock market when everything is down to, you know, a little bit of money the way they can buy it up. I think it's trifling. I think it's crazy. Hey, Simply Susie. Girl, where you at? Talking about good morning. Did I say Susan or Susie? Either way, hey girl. um, but yeah, Russia decided he wanted to go on over there and start back, you know, dropping their bombs and stuff. And the last attack, 30 people was unalived. Um, it's sad that in Palestine they're doing the same thing. Um, Israel is continuously to bomb the place when it's already just a shell of a country. I swear it's just sad, y'all. Everything that's going on in the world. And then, you know, in my family, things just keep happening. Y'all pray for my dad. My dad had a mild heart attack today in church. So y'all put prayers up for my dad. Um, no, I just lost my mom, so hearing my dad having a heart attack was a little bit rough. Um, you know, and then there's just deaths. To other family members, like my sister in laws, like there's a lot of deaths going on, and it's just crazy, y'all, with everything that's going on. Let me see, is there anything else I want to share before I get out of here? So I can watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Thank you, thank you. Um, I think that was all I wanted to share to y'all about that trifling tale home in funeral home in Houston, and tell y'all about the Saves Act and go ahead and get your real ID. Go on and try to get your birth certificate. If you need a passport, go on try to get that before they start acting stupid and requiring, you know, God Himself to come down here and sign that you go ahead and try to get as much, you know, identification that you can on your person. Especially if you're planning on going out of the country, babe. Make sure you got everything, a copy of everything you need for when you come back. They try to act crazy. Um, and yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come on right quick and talk about To say and make sure that y'all know that y'all need to go ahead and get your real ID. I'm waiting on my birth certificate to get mine. But especially for the ladies, y'all go on and get y'all real ID, get your passports, have all your stuff with you, so they won't claim that they can't find it or some kind of stuff whenever they try to suppress all these votes. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Symmetry. Thank you, Miss Marvel. I love y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and go so I can go monitor my group on Facebook. But thank y'all for coming over here, and sorry about the mess up at the beginning, but my other computer went hot. All right, y'all, that's all I got, and I'm be out.
It be really mean. Niggas tryna come for me and mine, and I'ma clear the scene. This that when it breeze in the porch, decapitate the top. It's Qualito mode, yeah, this shit been activated now. You ain't activated, and